Hi Pisces, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your mid-February through March career tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at your finances, your job. Where is it that you can take advantage of the astrological aspects that are going on? I will tell you that the week of February 23rd through February 28th, all planets are direct. So Mars finally comes out of its retrograde. Forward movement this week is going to be pivotal, especially for your career. But we also have big energy in March. We have a lunar eclipse at 23 degrees of Virgo, as well as Venus and Mercury will both be retrograde during the month of March. So lots going on. Pisces, you all have a stellium of planets in you all sign here in March and February, actually just February. You all have a stellium of planets in February, but you still have a lot of movement with Saturn and Neptune in you all signs. Take a look at all the information in the description box below. All right, Pisces, let's get into it. Let's start in mid-February. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Always nice to see. Major Arcana card there, as well as another major arcana, the Hangman, but in the reverse. So some type of enlightenment, possibly good news here mid-February. As we move to the last week of February, we have the Seven of Cups, as well as the Knight of Pentacles, your first Pentacle card in a career tarot reading. We start off March with the Judgment card, another major arcana in the reverse, as well as the Page of Pentacles in reverse, another pentacle there. And the last week of our reading, which would be mid-March, you do have another pentacle here, Eight of Pentacles, nice to see. And lastly, 10 of Wands, finally coming to the end of a hard struggle, Pisces. So much has been going on, Pisces, in you all sign. I think that 10 of Wands is nice to see at the end of a tough road, right? So let's see. Some of those cards are flipping in their own. Spirit, if you can send my Pisceans a card representing the energy that they bring into this mid-February to mid-March career reading. And you have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is that energy of having to almost like remove yourself from a situation of either people are stealing information, people are almost like using your intellect for their good. This could be lying. This could be just hiding. You can see he is like kind of hiding out behind that tree. There is this notion or this spirit of where is it that people have not really been for your highest good mentally? Where is it that people around you have possibly been taking your ideas back in January? This energy is going to go away now that you are moving into this time period. And I say that, Pisces, because I see that Wheel of Fortune, the Hangman. You are being enlightened at this time. And I do think that this Seven of Swords energy, even if it is still like there's still a few people around you don't trust, just be really careful of how much information you are divulging during this time, okay? I think that's going to be really important for you, Pisces. Let's go ahead and ask Spirit to send you an oracle message. Spirit, if you can send my Pisceans a message for the month of, I guess, mid-February to mid-March for their career. And you have Patience. Patience card number 14. Where is it that you need to take a step back, rely on divine timing, Pisces? I do think that the challenge when so many planets are in your sign is that you want to have things happen quickly. You want to see manifestations of what you have put into the ethers, right? You want it to get going. And I do think this Patience card is reminding you, Pisces, that there still is this divine timing playing out, and you are going to have to wait to see what is the process that is unfolding. But I do think for many of you all in your career, many of you all have been trying to find a job. I hear that very strongly. And I do think during the month between mid-February and mid-March, this patience is going to pay off. And I do think, Pisces, one of the challenges challenges with March is going to be the slowdown period between Venus and Mercury. So information could flow slower. We also have an eclipse in mid-February that wants you to get all the details down pat there with a full moon in Virgo. So I would say during these first and second weeks of this reading, which is the last few weeks of February, try to take advantage of that forward movement of those planets direct February 23rd through 28th, okay? And I do think that for many of you all, I mean, look at this. This is really nice to see. Wheel of Fortune, Hangman in reverse. This is some type of good news. Could come in a twist of luck. Someone could reach out to you on LinkedIn or some kind of networking site. Someone you run into at the store could say, hey, we've been looking for someone with your background. There's something here where you're enlightened and you're looking at things differently. Maybe it's a position that you didn't even think about, and now someone brings it to your attention. There's some kind of good news that could find you. That Leo full moon on February 12th. Mercury enters Pisces on the 14th, and then we have the Sun entering Pisces on the 18th. So during this time, expect the unexpected. That Leo full moon is going to really shine light on an area of your life. And I feel like that Hangman is that shining light on an area you were not even, wasn't on your radar. That's what I keep hearing. So really pay attention of what comes up for you mid-February. For some of you all, it could be an opportunity that you would never think you could step into, but stay open. Okay. That's what I just heard. Make sure you stay open to new opportunities. Now, speaking of new opportunities, that Seven of Cups, that is the card of like almost too many opportunities, like needing to get really focused. That Knight of Pentacles, like I said, I feel like someone is going to bring you an offer, bring you an opportunity. By the time we get to February 23rd, Mars moves direct in Cancer, and this starts that week of all planets are direct. Take advantage of this before March 1st, because that is when Venus will retrograde. So also Pisces new moon on the 27th. So between that 23rd, Mars moving direct, the 24th, Mercury conjunct Saturn in Pisces. That could be a few limitations. So pay attention to what it is you're being drawn to. But I do think by the time you get to the Pisces new moon on the 27th, plant new seeds of where you want your career to go at this time. I do think Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving offer. It is conversations. Maybe it's a second, third, fourth interview that I think you're going to do really well on, but I don't think it's going to be immediate. And I do think that that patience card is reminding you, Pisces, like take your time. Do not worry if all of these options do not fruition at once. Your career has a lot of opportunities, and I do think you have to think differently about how you present yourself to people as well as what you're capable of. I do think you're capable of more than what you let on, and I do think that Knight of Pentacles, someone could come and bring you an opportunity that just comes out of the blue that you weren't expecting. And I think that Pisces new moon is a great opportunity to plant those seeds of like where you emotionally want to go in March. Okay. All right, now we're moving into March now. So now we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Remember, we just had that Knight of Pentacles. So with those two court cards in Pentacles, Pisces, you could also be dealing with some important people bringing money into your realm, almost like, it feels like there's an opportunity for either maybe your company is being reorganized and maybe you get a higher position. Possibly you are stepping into some other opportunity. With that Judgment card in reverse, that does suggest that there's endings here happening. And you have that 10 of Wands. So there definitely is some endings going on, Pisces. And remember, you all are the last zodiac sign of the astrological year. So endings definitely could be occurring. That first week of March, we have Mercury entering its retrograde shadow, as well as Venus will station retrograde in Aries. We also have Sun in Pisces squaring Jupiter in Gemini. So this could be conversations that do not go the way that you were expecting, or there's just too many people in the conversation. But I do feel like this Page of Pentacles is reminding you, with them both in reverse, take your time. I feel like you've been trying to rush possibly an offer, or possibly rush being able to already be magically in a better situation in your job, and Spirit is telling you there's a process playing out here, Pisces, and just be patient. By the time we move into March 3rd, when Mercury enters Aries, this is when conversations, they could speed up in some ways, but it's more like speeding up with more people in the conversation, but maybe not actually getting to the end of an offer or a result right here and now. So you may have to be patient through this process, Pisces. But I do feel like your hard work pays off by the time you get to mid-March. We have March 12th, Sun conjunct Saturn in Pisces. That is your sign. Be careful. This is emotional work. Possibly you've been putting in so much work, you're just asking for a raise, or you're just asking for some time off. I do feel like your hard work pays off by the time you move into the latter part of March and into April, once Mercury regains its strength again. I do think lunar eclipse on March 14th, like this is the event of March, okay? We have the lunar eclipse at 23 degrees of Virgo. This full moon will highlight details you need to start focusing on, releasing over the next 18 months. Possibly you need to get down to the nitty gritty with your specific details of a job. Maybe you're doing your own thing. Maybe you don't even have a boss and you are an entrepreneur. There is something here where Spirit is saying, slow down, be patient. This cycle is getting ready to end, but you're going to still have to put in more hard work before you see all of the rewards later on in March and into April. I will tell you March 15th, though, is when Mercury retrograde begins in Aries, and then will actually retrograde into your sign, Pisces, by the time we get to April 7th. So just pay attention here. I think that patience is going to be your number one friend here throughout the month of February and into March. I think, Pisces, this is going to be a big time for you all. You still have Neptune, Saturn in you all sign. And I think that this is going to be a lesson learned throughout this time. But I do think that by the time we move into April, later part of March, once Mercury moves direct, you will have a lot of opportunities coming. So I can't wait to hear how your career goes. I think it's going to be kind of like a lot of ups and downs throughout this time, but that's how it is for all of us in the collective, Pisces. So I hope this was helpful. Take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video series. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love if you would. All right, I'll talk to you later.